Right. Hello, everyone. Good evening and welcome to this session. We'll be going straight to talk about or to continue our conversation around how to optimize your LinkedIn campaign. I will be sharing my screen now so that I can show you where we stopped and then we can definitely continue from there. So this is my screen and this is where we stopped. So we're talking about optimizing your LinkedIn campaign. We've talked about a number of things already. If you need to get the replay, you can always reach out to the team at iStone Development Limited, and you'll be able to get that replay. So we are currently looking at optimizing your LinkedIn campaign. And we started by the theoretical part of it just to give you good context so that when we go into the campaign manager, you know what you're looking for and how you're looking for it, right? We start by looking at talking about the fact that the first thing you need to do for you to optimize your LinkedIn campaign is to outline the stages of your funnel. And I try to break this down for you that every funnel typically has some of these things, especially for real estate, right? So for real estate, your funnel would typically look like this. The first part of your funnel is that someone must see your ad creative. If you want to optimize your LinkedIn ads, the first thing is the first part of that LinkedIn ad funnel is that someone would see your ad creative. So either it's a video or it's a flyer, whatsoever it is, someone would definitely see it. Okay. And the way to measure, like I said, the way to measure, the people that are seeing your creative, there are three metrics to use. The first metric is reach. By the way, a metric is just simply a system for measurement, right? So the first metric you can use to measure the people that are seeing your ad creative is the metric called reach. That's the first metric. All right. The second metric is the metric called impressions. This one here, impressions. The third metric is the metric called frequency. And I said that if your reach is low, there are three major things that can be causing that low reach. It could be that your target audience is small. If your target audience is small, the number of people you can reach would also be small because the people you're targeting is too small, right? If your target audience is not small, it's possible that your budget is too low for the type of goals you're looking for. It's possible that you have a very low budget. That would mean that because of your budget is low, you'll be reaching a very limited number of people. And then the last reason why you may be reaching a limited number of people is that your ad creative has a low quality. All right, you have low quality of your ad creative. That can be another reason why your reach may be low. What I mean by ad creative has a low quality. Now, every ad creative is being measured by certain things. If your ad creative has a like or has comments, has people sharing it, LinkedIn would be able to see that that creative is high in quality. But if your ad creative is not generating any form of reaction, people are just scrolling past it very fast. People are not paying attention to it because LinkedIn can know how long people stay viewing something. So let's say you have a video and people do not even view the video to up to 5 seconds, right? It's possible that that creative quality is low. That's why for video creative especially, you want to be able to capture attention as fast as possible within the first 3 to 5 seconds of that video. Okay, so that is how that's how you'll be able to see the reasons why your reach is low. So if your reach is low, the first thing you need to do if you want to solve that problem is what? Try and see if you need to expand your target audience. Second thing is see if you can increase your budget. And then the last thing is see if you can change your ad creative to something that is more catchy, something that may be more attention grabbing, and use that as your ad creative. So we're talking about optimization. This is how you optimize. So we start by listing the reasons, okay? The reasons, and then there's also the solution. So these are the reasons. The solution to this one, if you have a small target audience, solution is to increase your target audience size. This is the solution. So let me just put the solution here in yellow, just so that it's highlighted. So this is the solution to this first problem. The solution to this second problem is to increase your budget. This is the solution. So let me just put a dash here. All right, so if your budget is low, the solution is to increase your budget. While if your ad creative has a low quality, the solution is to change your ad creative. All right, change your ad creative, change to something else. Try another ad creative and see if it will be better. All right, so these are the three things. Now, the second thing is impressions. Impressions, like I said, is the number of times that people see your ad creative. Now, if your impressions is too high, there's a risk of ad fatigue. And in fact, impression is best measured by frequency. So if your frequency is doing 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times, if your frequency is 6 times, it means that people have seen your campaign. One person has seen your campaign 6 times, 7 times. It's too high. That means a lot of people are not seeing your campaigns. Rather, very few people are seeing your campaigns over and over again, and they will get tired. If they've not clicked already, that means they don't want to click, most likely. So when they see your campaign over and over again, they get frustrated. Some of them will even say, I don't want to see this again. And those things affect your performance. And the risk of a high frequency is you have what is called ad fatigue. Ad fatigue is people are tired of seeing your creative, people are tired of seeing your video, they're tired of seeing your flyer. And the solution to this is what is called creative refresh. Creative refresh simply means changing your creative. That's what creative refresh means. I know it's just a big way of saying it, right? But creative refresh really just means changing your creative, okay? That's what creative refresh means. This is the solution if your impressions is too high, all right, and you're having what is called ad fatigue, all right? Now, that was the first set of things, the first part of the funnel we outlined, right? Which is the place where someone sees your ad creative on LinkedIn. When you put out your ad, the first step of the funnel is first someone must see that ad creative, okay? And if they're not seeing it, these are the reasons and these are the solutions. The ones in yellow are the solutions. Now, after they've seen it, that's not all you want them to. You don't want them to just see it. You want them to click on the link on your ad, right? That's the next step of the funnel. They need to click your link. So either they click your link and go to your landing page, or they click on the ad and send you a message. Whatsoever the situation is, they need to click a link. But it's possible that your link clicks will be low. This is another thing, another issue that can happen in your ad. So it's possible that your link clicks, okay, may be low. It may be quite low. So if your link clicks is low, you then need to optimize your ad. How do you optimize your ad if your link click is low? You optimize your ad, okay, by first of all, identifying what is the reason why my link click is low. There are 3 major reasons that can affect your link clicks. The first reason why your link click may be low is that your ad creative is not good enough, right? Either your video or your flyer is not really communicating the message very well to people. So they're not seeing a reason. Your ad creative is not telling people the reason why they should go ahead and click. So your ad creative may not be good enough. That's why your link click may be low. And if this is the issue, right, you need to do the same solution here, which is creative refresh. I'll just copy it from here, right? If your issue is that your ad creative is not good enough, you need to refresh your creative, right? You need to change your creative, use something else, okay? If your issue is targeting, it's possible that your creative is good, but for some reason people are not clicking. Imagine you have a very good creative and people are not clicking. That means the people that are seeing that creative are not the right people. Either they don't have the kind of money, or they're not in the area you're trying to sell, or they don't have interest in that area. It's possible that you're targeting the wrong people. That is why they're not clicking. They're seeing a very good creative, they're seeing a very good flyer, a very good video, yet they're not clicking. That means it's possible that you're targeting the wrong people. And if that's the case, the solution here is to change your target audience, not to expand it now. So, in this other one, when your target audience was small, the solution was to increase your target audience. That means you're not changing it, but you're just adding more to it, right? But this time around, if you find out that, oh, my creative is good, that's not the issue. My creative is good enough, but yet people are not clicking, then you may need to try another set of target audience, right? That can be the solution to increase your link clicks. While the third problem could be that your call to action is weak, is poor. So you're not really telling people the next thing to do. You're not properly telling people what next to do, okay? That can be the issue. That can be the reason why, why you're having a low call to action. You're not telling people the next thing to do. So you're trying to, what's it called? You want them to take an action, but you're not spelling it out in a way that is perfect, okay? You're not spelling it out in a way that is perfect. Give me a second. So this will just help. This will just help you to know exactly what's wrong. So that is a poor call to action. For example, if your call to action is, you want them to send you a message. You cannot use learn more. Learn more is for if you want them to go to a landing page. So if your call to action is message, that means you want them to send you a message. If your call to action is learn more, that means you want them to go to a landing page. If your call to action is fill a form, because there is also LinkedIn there's also a form inside of LinkedIn, right? So you can call to action that they should fill a form. That can be another call to action, right? Inside of your copy, inside of your video, you can also make a call to action. You can tell them, oh, get this now, while it's still available, or there are few plots left. That is also a call to action. You're creating urgency. So your call to action must be something that makes people want to go to the next step. If not, they will not click on your link. If you don't give them a reason to, they will not click on your link. All right. So what do you do if you find out that your call to action is poor? What you need to do would be to improve your call to action. And I describe what your call to action is. Your call to action is simply, what do you want the people to do next? You have to tell them, you have to be clear. Don't assume that they know. If you want them to call you, tell them to call you. If you want them to click on a link, tell them, click on this link now to continue, or click on this link to contact us. If you want them to send you a message, tell them, send us a message so that we can show you our available properties. That is how you need to be as clear as possible, all right, with your call to action. Okay? Good. So now let's assume that fine, you've optimized up to this point. People are now clicking on your link, but that's not all. The fact that clicking on your link does not mean they've done everything you want. Remember, what you're trying to get is lead conversion. That's the final point, right? But they're clicking on your link now. That's good. They have taken the next action, but that's not all. If you have a landing page, for those of you that use websites here, if you have a landing page, the next thing you need to do would be to check those that are clicking on my link, are they really getting to my landing page? And by the way, before you can be able to get this data, you need to have installed what is called the LinkedIn Insight tag. The LinkedIn Insight tag. The LinkedIn Insight tag is very similar to the Facebook pixel. It's just a way to measure, a way that LinkedIn measures what is happening on your page. That's just what the LinkedIn Insight tag does. It allows LinkedIn, okay, to measure what is happening on your page. Right. So how do you do that? You'll be able to see your landing page views. How many people that clicked on your link actually landed on your landing page? Why? Someone can click on your link and your page is too slow, and the person will click out because the person doesn't have all the time in the world. Right. So if they click on your link and your page is loading too slowly, they can click out. So one reason why your landing page views can be low is that it's possible that your website speed is slow. What do you do here? You have to improve your website speed. This is a solution. Improve website speed. If you have a developer, you may need to tell your developer that they should take measures that will increase your website speed. There are ways to go about it depending on who designed your site for you. All right, so you can improve your website speed. Now, it's also possible that your domain name, that's the link you put, is redirecting to something else, right? If it's redirecting to something else, you need to cancel redirect, right? Cancel redirection. Okay, because if you put a link and that link, when people click on it, instead of them to go to what the link says they will go to, they are redirecting to another thing. It can affect the number of people that open your landing page because they are worried that, oh, I clicked on this link and I'm being directed somewhere else. So some of them will think it's a scam and they want to leave there, right? So you have to cancel that redirection and make sure that your link takes them to where you said it to take them to. This is how you fix this issue. This is how you optimize. Optimization is simply looking for where the problem is and fixing it. That's what optimization means. All right, so when you're optimizing, you're looking for where is the problem right now? Where is the problem happening? Okay, and how can I fix it? All right. Now, the last thing, or no, not the last thing, but the second to the last is after they've gotten to your landing page, for example, right? Another thing that can happen here, maybe they send you a message, right? Let's say if your call to action is messages, this funnel can change. This funnel is not is not a fixed funnel. It's a funnel that can be modified, right? For some people, you may not be using a landing page. You may say, okay, send me a message. That can be your funnel. So if your funnel send you a message, definitely you won't need this, right? If your funnel is fill a LinkedIn form, you won't also need this. They can just come straight here, right? Which is the next step. Next step is the user or the possible client, the possible customer, right, should fill your form and submit it. That's the next thing, next step of your funnel. Let's assume that you are having a lot of people entering your landing page, yet very few people are filling your form and submitting. All right, that would mean that there's something wrong. That's the next place you need to optimize. That I noticed that a lot of people are coming to my landing page, but for some reason, very few people are filling the form that I want them to fill. How can you optimize for this? How can you optimize this? And how do you even measure this? You measure this by a metric called complete registration or lead. You'll be the one to set this metric, right? You'll be able to measure this by checking how many people completed registration or how many leads did I get. That's how you check this metric, okay? And if it is low, what do you do? How do you improve the number of people that fill your form? The ways you can improve this is, first, you can add more information. All right, let me just make this in full. You can add more information to the landing page. So it's possible that probably people are not getting sufficient information that can make them fill your form. So you can add more information to the landing page, more pictures, more videos, more text, right? That just shows more about the property or gives them more about the prospects, the location, the advantages, and things like that. Second thing you can do is you can add testimonials to the landing page. So let them know that, oh, they're not the first people to buy from you. You've sold to this person and that person. You know, people have said that, oh, their process is very fast. People have said that, oh, I got my documents in 2 weeks. People have said that, oh, you know, I've been allocated my property. You share those testimonials on your page so that people can trust you more. That is another way to increase the number of people that fill your form. And the last way to increase the number of people that fill your form is to make sure your form is easy to fill. Don't go and ask so much details, you know, date of birth, genotype. No, those things are not necessary. Ask for the details you need for your follow-up. What are the details you need for your follow-up? You need the person's name, you need the person's email, you need the person's phone number. Those are the major details you need, right? You know, if it's a general kind of form, you may also ask for, you know, maybe the amount range that the person is looking for a property. So let's say it's a general form, it's not a form for just one property. You can say, okay, what range of properties are you looking for? You know, do you want properties that start from 5 million naira to you know, to 15 million, or from 16 million to 50 million? You know, just what range are you looking for? That can be something else you can add to your form. But your form should be as easy to fill as possible. If you want to know if your form is easy to fill, ask yourself, am I collecting only what I need for my follow-up? That's what you need to collect. You need to collect the details of only what you need for your follow-up, so that people are not wasting too much time trying to fill your form and they get, you know, discouraged and all, right? These are the ways to increase the number of people that fill the form. And then the last step, and this doesn't happen on LinkedIn, the last step is lead conversion. This is where you then do your follow-up and you then try to convert the lead. So optimizing this is up to you. This is, you know, you trying to improve your messaging when you send a message to them, or your ability to close on a call, you know, closing skills. This is majorly just closing skills, to be fair. Closing skills, right? So you just have to increase your closing skills, how to close clients. This is for you. This is like your own assignment to do, all right? Improve your closing skills. These are the ways you can optimize your LinkedIn campaign for better results. Now, I'm just going to go very quickly to LinkedIn to advertise, so that we can take a look at a typical ad campaign, and, you know, just kind of brush through some of the things we've talked about so far. This is one of our last classes, especially on LinkedIn. So let me just open this up. Good. So I'm just going to go ahead and open this Aston Villa campaign group. Hopefully most of the things we did is still there. Give me a second. Good. So this is it. Now, if I scroll towards the right, you will see some of the things we talked about, right? You'll see things like impressions. Can you see impressions? And by the way, there are different breakdowns here. This is engagement. Let me change it to performance. So if I switch this to performance, right, you would see some certain metrics. You will see a metric like, give me a second, let me scroll to the right. So leads, for example, is one of the metrics we talked about. Do you remember what you can use leads to check? So if your leads are low, you're using your leads to check which of your optimization. You're using to check this particular one, those that filled your form and submitted. That's what you use this metric to check. All right. You can also check, there are other metrics. You can check impressions. And I talked about impressions and frequency. You can use this place that says performance, right? You can change it to delivery. If you change it to delivery, you'll be checking delivery metrics. What are delivery metrics? Delivery metrics are reach. How many people did it reach? How many impressions did you get? What is your average frequency? Do you remember what we talked about here? This is the practical what we talked about. So those delivery metrics are trying to show you this first set of things, are people actually seeing your ad creative? Is it being delivered to people? So how do you check that? You check that by the reach, you check that by the impressions, you check that by the frequency. Okay, this is reach, this is impressions, and this is frequency. When you check these three things, whatever the value is here, there's no value because this is not like an actual ad. I would have gone to one of a campaign that I've run, but I have I have NDA agreements with most of my clients. So I won't be able to open up their own ad. I'd have used that as an example. But I can't use it as a tutorial because there's a non-disclosure agreement, right? So, but you will be seeing numbers here for reach, for frequency, and for impressions, right? You'll see numbers here that can help you to measure this. All right. Next thing you want to measure is also your link clicks. Link clicks. How do you measure link clicks? You can change this from what's it called? From delivery. You can change it to engagements. Engagement should show you how many people are engaging with your ad. Can you see? Clicks. Clicks is engagements. How many people are clicking on your ad? What are the amounts? What is the amount of link clicks you're getting? That's how you can check how many people are clicking. There's also clicks to landing page. How many people are actually clicking down to your landing page, which is like you trying to know that level of engagement. How many people are clicking on your link? This is how you measure it, by changing this to engagement, right? We've already seen how to check landing page views. We've seen landing page there, right? Then if in case you want to go to conversions and leads, this is how you check how many people are actually becoming leads. Can you see leads here? How many leads are you getting? Right? What's your return on ad spend? These are some things you can measure. So when you go to your campaign, if you see that your campaign is not doing well, instead of just saying, this is not working, LinkedIn ads is not working for me. No, that's not how you go about it. Once you find that your campaigns are not doing well, you then need to ask yourself, where is the problem? That's what optimization is. Optimization is asking yourself, where is the problem? Yes, I know my LinkedIn ads are not doing well, but where is the problem? How do you know where the problem is? You start from the very beginning. Number one question, are people seeing my ad? How do you answer that question? By checking the reach, by checking the impressions, by checking the frequency. If you find out that, oh, yeah, people are seeing my ad. Next question is, are people clicking on my ad? Are they clicking on the link? How do you check that? By checking your link clicks, like I showed you just now. All right. And you find that, oh, people are clicking, it's fine. Then are they really getting to my landing page? That's if you have a landing page, right? Are they really getting there? How do you check that? By checking landing page views. Okay. If they're getting there, next question is, are they filling my form and submitting it? That's the next question. Yes, I know they're getting to my landing page. Okay, I've seen that landing page views is good, but are they really filling my form and submitting it? You come to this place and you check that. All right. Then the last step is, okay, am I getting conversions? And this is up to you. This is you optimizing your closing scale. So this is a step-by-step approach to optimizing your ads on LinkedIn. And this is one of the last things I wanted to share, that after I've taught you how to optimize your profile, after I've taught you how to run ads, it's possible that your ads may not do really great from the very beginning. But by the time you have learned and you understand the principles of optimization, even if your ad is not doing well from the very beginning, you can know exactly how to go about making modifications that can help your ad to perform better. I hope you have learned something from tonight. Record will be available so that you can always check it, but I hope you have learned something from tonight. You now know how you can go ahead and optimize your campaigns for better results. All right. So like I said earlier, this is this is last class we'll be having for now. If there's any other arrangement, it will be communicated to you by the team at iStone. But for now, this is the last class on LinkedIn. We started by talking about optimizing your LinkedIn profile. We talked about your LinkedIn account. We talked about content creation for LinkedIn. We talked about how to expand and improve your network. We've come a long way actually. We've talked about a lot of things over the last few months, right? And today in this final class, we just concluded on how to optimize your campaigns for better results. So with this, I think I'll come to the end of this session. And all things being equal, you can always go through the replays. You can set up your campaigns. You can let me know how it's performing for you. And if there's any other curriculum that will be needed, you will have that communication through the amazing team at iStone. Okay. So this is it for tonight. Thank you so much for being a part of this all along. And I wish each one of you the best in your real estate journey. Wish you more deals, more better leads, higher quality leads, and even more of results in terms of actual conversion.